This tutorial is going to cover some other color features such as gradients and halftones and the fountain fill dialog box. We've already created this design in another tutorial, and we've already added halftones of the blue and halftones of the black to different areas of this picture. We want to snazz it up just a little bit more by putting a fade on this oval in the background. So the way to do that would be just make sure you know what the color name is. So it is Pantone 2925 CV, and then go to your fill bucket, click on fountain fill, and then click on custom, and then these little squares in the corner here is where you're going to change the color for this fill. So you're going to click on one of them, go to others, and you're going to go to palettes, and you're going to want to make sure that you're selected on Pantone 2925 CV. We're going to just go ahead and bring it all the way back up to 100%. Hit OK. And then on the other side, click on that white area, go to others. And we want to make sure that this says Pantone 2925 CV at 0% tint. That's what we're looking for. If it says white or trans white, you're going to want to change it to the blue color at 0 tint. Hit OK. And then press this PostScript options button. Click on dot, change it to 45 because that's a general amount that is usually used, and hit OK. This PostScript option allows you to change and specify the LPI dot pattern for both the white and the blue on this gradiated fill without having to do each one individually. And hit OK, and it adds that fade to the background. But we don't want it to be going from right to left. We want it to be fading from kind of a solid blue on the bottom to like no blue at the top. So we're going to use our interactive fill tool, which is on your toolbar. If you're using an older version of Corel, that tool might be hidden underneath another tool. When you click on it, it brings this dotted line across that particular part of your image. And then you can just take these squares, click and drag them to move your fill and have your fade happen in different directions. And then this center line allows you to change how fast it changes to the other color. So I'm going to say I like it just like that, but there's one other thing I want to do just to make it look a little bit better. I'm going to take this oval, I'm going to select it, hit Control C on my keyboard to copy, Control V to paste. Then I'm going to hold down Shift on my keyboard as I scale this up. That way it scales all around uniformly. And then let go. And I'm going to select the Pantone black that I have in my picture. And then I want this to be behind everything else, so I'm going to hit Shift page down to move it to the back. And then I can still scale this just slightly if I want. And that gives kind of a frame for this night. So that's a quick way to add a gradiated fill to your image that will print with a PostScript printer or a RIP software, and it'll print the dot pattern for you. And you can see that under separations. If you check print separations and then print a preview, you can see that faded fill.